Hey, I was checking some of my guitar cases and I saw an SG case, so I pulled it out saying, "What's in there?" It was this SG reissue. It's a SG Junior 90s, and this has been a really cool guitar. I played it in Liverpool at the Cavern Club, but and then I sold it to my friend Kyle, who passed away, and then after a few years, I asked his parents if they still had it, and they did. And I just said I'd be interested in purchasing it if they were interested in selling it, and they just gave it to me. So that choked me up. But anyway, this I love this guitar. Looks like I'm in open G tuning. So I was playing it last night, and I realized the action was way high. The strings are too far off the fretboard. It just wasn't comfortable. I've gotten used to playing with a very straight neck, and I'm like, man, this is no fun. So I'm going to show you how to straighten the neck on a SG Junior, which should be similar to other Gibsons. The tool I'm going to use is this little kind of a nut driver with a Phillips screwdriver on the end. I used to see these in guitar stores I worked at, and I don't know where I get them, but I just have a few of them. These are super cool little tools. So how I checked that to make sure the neck is really needing to be straightened was I press down here at the first fret and hold it, and then I use my pinky here about the top fret, the highest fret, and then I look. So now the string is straight from pointer to pinky. Compare that to the fretboard. If there's a little space when I press down at the 12th fret, yes, it travels. I'm sure the camera can't pick it up, but when I press, it travels a few millimeters, are very slight. If the neck is straight, the string will kind of just sit on the fret pretty much. And that's just traveling a tiny bit. So that tells me if I give it a little crank on the truss rod, I'll be a little happier. So I'm going to take that Phillips end to these little tiny screws here. It's a real sharp end, so it goes into small screws. And we'll get that out. And the other one. So I grew up playing a guitar that looked like this. It was, I don't know, early 60s for sure. It said Les Paul Jr. right up here. So, man, I played that a lot. So, played it for many, many gigs. So here is that little nut. Hopefully this fits. Yes, perfect. And I'm going to, you're usually using your eyes to sight the neck. It's kind of a optical illusion, but I wouldn't rely on visual. So, let's see. But I'm going to try just to see if I can tell the difference here. Yeah, it looks a little straighter. So I just did about maybe a quarter turn. Let's test it. It's closer. I think I'll give it another little turn. Okay, let's try it. Feels great. Yeah, I think it's good. So that's all you got to do. It's super easy. If you ever see one of these little nut drivers, that's what they're for. Very simple. And you're not going to break anything. Just all you need is usually like a half turn or something. No biggie. But if you've never done that before, this is something you know, with temperatures and humidity changing, seasonal things, your neck is going to do different stuff. So, and if it was bent backwards, the strings would be buzzing, so you have to loosen it. So if your strings are buzzing, do that. Check and see. Yeah, it's pretty much not bouncing anymore, so that fixed it. So yeah, if your strings are buzzing, try loosening half turn, see what happens. If the strings are way too high, or this seems to be a really high action in the middle, you probably need to tighten it. All right, that's it. So go forth and rock.